And here we go. It is the shredded young boy that everybody hates, Osami Shibuya versus Jason Kung Fu, Aikido, whatever else esoteric Eastern bullshit, Delucia. Nice snapping lead leg high kick from Delucia, which is his sort of signature move. Think about inside low kicks. Osami traded one back. Nice heavy outside low kick. And nice knee tap by Osami Shibuya when Jason committed to that right hand slap. So Jason's got a single butterfly hook. And he's gone to close guard. And he's thinking about a flower sweep. By the way, he's underhooking that arm. And Osami sat back on a leg, and Jason Delucia has sat straight up into him and taken top position. Which I think would be Jason's sort of... Yeah, because he trains at the Lion's Den, everybody else would be encountering his guard and then going, fuck this, we're attacking leg locks, and so he'd be used to taking top like that. Right, so he's passed through to side control, and he's working a forearm choke that seems to be visibly worrying Osami. And Osami's gone belly down, and Jason's spun to his back, and Osami's, not funk rolled, he's ground beat and recovered half guard. Jason's picking up that knee. Spun for a knee bar, and a bit of a burp there, excuse me. Osami kicked his leg back and took top position, so now he's in mount on top of Jason Delucia. I think this should be a good fight, because Delucia is a good enough scrambler to force activity out of Osami Shibuya, whereas Osami, he seems to be quite happy to just wrestle and sit on top of people. And Jason's trying to shove him back and recover half guard, trying to bridge. And Osami's maintaining top position. Because Osami's had a couple of stinkers where he's just taken people down and just sort of sat on top of them. And Jason's going for his Delucia choke, his modified Ezekiel, where he punches his fist in your throat with an underhook and reaches around to secure it. And Osami has grabbed the ropes from that choke. So Delucia's darn good at that. Back standing, so just floating around the distance. Snapping lead leg high kick from Delucia. Thinking about another one. Osami considered a shot and then Jason recovered from it. So they're just sort of feinting on each other now. Still at the distance. Inside low kick attempt from Jason Delucia, and Osami has taken him down like a bitch. So now we're in Jason's butterfly guard again. Gone to switching his side with a butterfly hook. And now he's got full guard, going for a sit-up sweep, and he's got that, and he's in mount. Nicely done, Jason. So Jason has, I think, apart from Frank Shamrock, the best guard of anybody at the Lion's Den, because he doesn't have the sort of wrestling pedigree that any of the other ones do, so he'd have to get used to playing off his back. And all that time spent with the Gracies before UFC 2 or 3, whichever one Ken Shamrock picked him up at. So he's trying to front choke Osami now for a mount. Stepped off to side control. Nice dismount there. Using the headlock to spin himself around, going to north-south. And he's locked up that Kimura trap, and he's going to head scissors to try and secure it. So we'll see how his grip breaking is. He's going to use his shin. He's pinning Osami's non-Kimura'd hand to the ground with his shin, trying to peel it off here. But Osami's got a hell of a grip, it seems. So he's given up on that, spun back to mount. He's thinking about forearm chokes again. Nice activity from the top here from Jason. It's just cross-facing Osami. Gone to a skydiving position. Going back to that choke, but he's in danger of getting swept here. Oh, no, he's managed to post out on Osami's bridge. Going for that forearm choke again. This time he's underhooked the arm. Ooh, he's in a bit of danger here. No, he's managed to maintain mount. Back to a forearm choke. And Osami has bridged him over and taken top in Jason's guard. So we'll see if Osami's sort of learned from his previous experience of getting caught in that choke. And Jason's got an underhook. Oh, and he spun around the back of the head, and he's got that grip again. So Osami learned nothing from last time, and now he's trapped in that Delucia choke once again. And Osami's sticking his hand in there, trying to open up a bit of space, and he's grabbed the ropes for escape. That's 2 lost points for Osami. I think this match is a 5 lost point match. It's not the 10-minute 3 lost points, and it's not the 30-minute 5 lost points. It's 15 minutes and an amount, and I'm not exactly sure what the amount is. Man in the crowd losing his mind and shouting Delucia. Nice snapping high kick from Delucia there. Winging slaps, and he's walked straight into another double leg from Osami Shibuya. So yeah, Osami was much more of a wrestler than any of the other Pancrase fighters. So he's very... we'll call it lay and pray. It's sort of the beginnings of that, and he's scooted over into mount here, trying to sort of set himself up in a modified Z mount. Jason's trying to shove his legs back to catch him in half guard, and he's managed to. But Osami's trying to slice his knee through for a knee slide pass. So yeah, Osami had really good wrestling, so I think he must have done it at school. But his submissions weren't on the same level as anybody else's, or even if they were, because he was quite slick when he got activity out of somebody. Ooh, Jason's trying for an armbar from the bottom of side control here, that's nice. So gotten his shin across the face, and he's sort of judo style, so he's in a bit of danger of getting stacked here, and Osami's stacking him quite well. So Osami just relied on his wrestling a lot more, just sort of taking and holding top position rather than... and he's given Jason too much space, and Jason's just swept him down to the bottom. Yeah, rather than forcing a submission or looking for openings and taking the risks that other people would take, he'd be very, very methodical. Methodical to the point of boring, where he just sort of sit on people. His match with Leon Dyke, Eyes of the Beast 6 or 7, is absolutely horrendous. It's just Leon Dyke hits him a couple of times, Osami shoots a double and sits on him. And then they get stood up, and then that happens again and again and again for the full, I don't remember if it was 10 or 15 minutes, but it was too long. Right, they're back standing. A little probing kick from Osami. One from Jason in return. Nice counter right hook from Jason as Osami tried to step in, and Osami shot, and Jason spun to his back and has both hooks in on the back. And he's across Osami's face in that... he's reached over and trapped his hand on Osami's shoulder. Now he's locked up the grip. So you see how Jason's hand is on Osami's shoulder. That is putting pressure on Osami's face. So he's essentially getting choked now, even if he's keeping control of the other hand. And Jason's punched through and got that choke, and Osami's grabbed the ropes. So that's 3 escapes. So they haven't called the end of the match, so I think it's definitely a 5 escape match. There we go, that's the answer to that question. Alright, back standing. Crappy low kick from Osami. Circling, circling, circling. Nice palm strike as Osami was trying to skip around by Delucia. Yeah, Osami's not doing a very good job of cutting off the ring. He's just sort of following Delucia around. As you can see, they're just sort of circling. No one's getting pushed towards the ropes. Probing inside low kick from Delucia. Nice right hand, and he's sprawled on that takedown. Osami's turned the corner, and Delucia's hit a nice wizard throw, but Osami's rolled through on that. So that was some nice wrestling from both of them. That overhook wizard throw is a staple of the Lion's Den. Now Osami's passed into sort of a weird sort of sidey mount, and he's going to try armbar Delucia, even though he did not have the elbow. And so he's been rolled up, and Delucia's got double unders on the legs, but he's given up on that to just work from guard normally. So inside Osami's closed guard. Fight, says the referee. That's what I'm doing, says Jason. Oh, nice rolling toe hold attempt, but he's given up bottom position. Unfortunate. Oh, and he's fallen out of the ring. That was really cool from Delucia. He's sort of a cartwheeling toe hold attempt. Even if he missed it, it was really, really good. Really nice. He's got a future in pro wrestling, but he never took that up, and I think he should have just fought a Pancrase for the rest of his career. Oh, hands on hips. Oh no, I lie. He went back to UFC for UFC 23. UFC in Japan 1, I think, or maybe Japan 2. No idea. There were a few early UFC Japans. He sprawled on that takedown. Osami's managed to suck in the leg to finish the single leg takedown, but he's got Jason working a double wrist lock and also working to put in the other back hook. So this is a bit of an interesting spot because Osami's halfway through an over-under pass, but Jason is also halfway onto his back, so it's very sort of dangerous. And Jason's managed to roll him over. If he triangles his legs, he can kick off to an armbar, or even if he doesn't triangle his legs. Nicely done, Jason. And he's taken top, given up on that armbar, and gotten him out on Osami Shibuya. So working another front choke on Osami. Cross faces. Jamming his arm in right in Osami's throat. That's very brutal. They're under the ropes, so I wonder why they don't call a break. Possibly because Jason's in top position and fairly dominant. And I think this is Soichi Hiroto, the referee, who let things go a fair bit longer. Or maybe he's had a chat to Kosuke Kenji. Right, there we go, break. Wasn't paying attention when they introduced the referee, which was foolish of me, so I can't tell you what to expect. But Hiroto Soichi is the main referee of Pancrase at this time, and he was well experienced and knew sort of exactly what to do all the time. And so he'd let things go if they were close to the ropes and there was a submission sort of on. Whereas Kosuke Kenji, when they first brought him in, he was a bit break happy, so he'd break them up the moment they were sort of within sort of arm's distance of the ropes, even if someone was caught in a submission and hadn't grabbed the ropes. It was, yeah, he's since learned, but it caused a couple of bad things. Those are two fights between Bas Rutten and nice striking combos from Delucia there. Between Bas Rutten and Frank Shamrock, he broke up a couple of times where Bas had Frank, either had Frank's back or had Frank in a knee bar but wasn't like fully extended on it. Axe kick from Delucia, straight into a double leg from Osami. Love seeing axe kicks. But yeah, so that happened a couple of times, and I think from that he decided to become a bit less break happy about the ropes. But I do love the rope escapes, even if I don't like them fighting in a ring, because a ring is dangerous. You can fall out and get messed up and tied up in the ropes, and this is an interesting spot. Jason's halfway out of the back door of escape, but Osami managed to recover him out there, and he's pinning one of Jason's arms with his shin. Back to just normal mount ride. Sort of single collar ties, trying to isolate an arm. And obviously, Jason hasn't gotten the memo that you should slap the shit out of Osami Shibuya when you're on the ground, because everybody else in Pancrase was. And I don't understand why. And it all started with his fight against Katsuomi Inigaki, because there was some heat between those two. Nice reversal and pass by Delucia. In fact, that is my first Pancrase review, and so if you're wondering what I'm saying, you can go back and watch that one, and you will see them just slap the shit out of each other on the ground to not much success. And they yeah, they get a bit heated after the end of the match as well. Jason's working that front choke again, and he's in the middle of the ring, so if he doesn't manage to finish it, Osami doesn't have ropes to grab, but he's bridged and rolled and taken top in Delucia's guard. Double unders from Delucia, and they've been stood up. I was going to say he might switch off to his choke, but he seems to have decided against that. Right hand by Delucia, straight into a takedown from Osami. So Osami had great wrestling. Last minute. Whoop. Osami spun for a leg lock there. Jason pulled his leg back and then Osami was sort of standing there awkwardly for half a second. North-south, the freaky mount. Oh, Delucia's kicking up and back and he might TK scissors out of this. He has. Straight into a triangle. Nicely done. So that shows good flexibility from Delucia. I've got to work on my flexibility because I cannot TK scissors for the life of me. And that is a move that I absolutely love. It's just sort of a, oh, I'm in a shit spot. Surprise, I'm on your back. Or surprise, I'm standing up in front of you. Or surprise, I'm in a really good leg lock spot now. So I think I'm going to start working that. He's punching through, trying to get a triangle, and Delucia had a good one. All that time with the Gracies was not wasted on him. They've been stood up for the last 30 seconds of the match, so we'll see, hopefully, some striking. Or maybe a flying submission attempt from Osami Shibuya. Most unlikely. Well, that's it. So, your winner of this match is Jason Delucia from his 3 rope escapes, 2 Delucia chokes, and a rear naked choke. Nice little match. Good to see some activity forced out of Osami Shibuya. Right, I will see you all next time.